your mother or your grandmother ever tell you, don't take things from strangers if you have no intentions, or a man, if you have no intentions of giving them anything? My grandmother tell me that, and I failed miserably in listening to her, and I end up with a stalker who stole my washing machine. We listen and we don't judge. Story time edition. So back in 2024, right? COVID decided to hit, and my workplace decided to contract this taxi service to take us to work and bring us home because we was working a shift system. So the first time I jump in a taxi, he he started to talk, whatever the case might be, and he was like, when I reach home now, he was like, oh yeah, nice personality, I like your vibe, whatever the case might be, can we be friends? So me being me, I said cool, whatever the case might be. So he was like, if we could exchange numbers, and whenever I wanna go to work, whatever, I could call he, and it would be the same arrangement, give you the receipt or whatever the case might be. And I didn't think anything of it because number one, the taxi always had a problem when we call them. They're always late. We never know who's coming. We just stand up and wait. And then sometimes when they come with passengers in the car, and it's COVID. So I didn't really think nothing of it because I could have called directly for nobody could come or how far you're there. So I would know how long I got to wait. Right? So I ended up give sir my number, and I had to work the next day. Right? I end up call, and he come for me. And he started to tell me, he liked me. I let you know, I said, listen, I just come out of a heartbreaking relationship, trauma upon trauma upon trauma, and right now I'm trying to live. I don't want a relationship. He's like, oh no, so we could be friends, whatever the case might be. I was like, fine, we could be friends. Me being me, very friendly person. Anybody who knows that's the type of person that I am. Biggest mistake I ever made is to say, okay, we could be friends. Yeah? Well, me, I can talk about the things that I like and the things that I dislike. So, as much as we were friends, we talk about, the type of person that I like in a man or whatever the case might be. And I love my man to always be loving on me. I love having gifts, just small gifts, just for me to know that, yeah, it might be. And he listened to everything that I was saying, and it's like he was trying to play this good person that he would fall in eventually. That's what he thought, right? So some days now, randomly he would call me. I would be at work, and he was like, hey, what's for lunch? We eat for lunch or whatever the case. And I was like, no, I ain't had nothing for lunch as yet, right? And he was like, oh, I passed around your area, I gotta go make a pickup or a drop off, where you want to drop for you want something fit. I was like, whatever is it, it moved from food. So one time I jumped in the car, I think I was coming to work, and he gave me like a little gift, and he was like, oh, I get barrel, right? So I was like, okay, thanks. I think for somebody miss or whatever. But couple other more times I got random gifts from him, and I thought, generally like he was a friend, and we would have conversations in the night, and he was going through something, whatever the case might be, I would like talk to him and let him know, like, what you're going through, blah 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 blah. But let me let y'all know how it ended up going to like another level of scary. I was on live TikTok live, and just like how I am here, my bed had a window like right here. That's like how this one day. And I'm on live, and persons are saying somebody's behind you. Somebody's behind you. But when I look, I ain't see nobody. So I thought they like making cakes or digging cakes in the comments. It's like, no, somebody's behind you, somebody's behind you. And I end up get up now, and just as I get up and I decide to go out of my like out of my room to the kitchen, there I saw somebody walk past. Guys, if y'all want to hear y'all gotta come back for part 2 because this is long. Alright guys, so this is part 2 on how I got a stalker who eventually stole my washing machine. So fast forward to after the one incident with me being on the phone on the live, and persons were saying like, somebody was there. So And next instant was where I was in the hall, like probably like a week after that. So I outside in the hall now, and sit down in the chair, and there's a window behind me on a FaceTime with one of my friends. Tell me why me he talking, and like about half an hour into me his conversation, Sarah was calling me. The stalker was calling me, and I kept declining the call. So I'm talking to him and I saw a message come down on my phone saying, Steph, there is somebody behind you. Again, for the second time. So this time I left like kind of shocked and I didn't spin around. I got up right away and went straight in to my bedroom and I locked the door and I started to get like, what the fuck? And I started to like talk to my friend and I was like, this happened for the second time. And he was like, yo, I'm dead ass serious. There was somebody standing behind you. But he can't see the person's face, but he's just seeing the person like because the light glaring, you're seeing them through the window and through the blind nevertheless, right? So I cut out the phone and I called my neighbor and I was like, hey, are you home? She's like, yeah. And I was like, explain the situation to her. And her fella, good luck for us, her fella was there and he ended up come outside, look around, and there was nobody there. And I went over to her and I'm explaining to her, I was like, yo, this is the second time this shit happened, blah 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 blah, whatever, whatever. And then she was saying like couple times she came home and she noticed like an individual that she never saw before coming, as either coming down the step or coming from like around my area. She says, she thought it was somebody for me. So I was like, for me, and I asked her to like describe the person, and obviously she didn't give me like a good description because I couldn't figure out that it was Sir, right? So I let it go again. I didn't really think much of it. But guys, this is when it started to get scary, right? Remember in part when I said I told Sir I don't want to have a relationship with him because I was going through a breakup. So my ex decided to come to town, and girls still haven't gotten over him, and I was going through a breakup or whatever the case might be, and I was horny and I wanted to do the do. So I invited my ex over, and my ex came the night, and we were there chopping it up, doing what we normally do, and having a blast, right? So my phone gone on silent, and he kept calling, kept calling, kept calling. Obviously, I ain't seeing or I ain't hearing because I'm busy doing whatever it is that I'm doing. Guys, everything done, everything happened. And let me tell you, I'm a person, when I'm doing to do, before and after, I need to bathe. That's just me. Before and after, I need to bathe. So we went like 3 rungs. So after every rung, I get up and I went and bathe. Right? Remember the part, right? So next morning comes, my ex left, and I now pick up my phone and see how much missed calls and voice notes and whatever the case might be. Just as I now decide to call back to see what it is, because so much calls, it had been something important. He said to me that, okay, when I called, like, hey, notice you called me so much time, and he was like, can I come now? Can I have my turn? Guys, come back for part 3. I swear the story is getting long and some of y'all ain't got patience. But nevertheless, here we go. Part 3 on how I found out I have a stalker who eventually stole my washing machine. Right? So after I jumped on top of the phone for call sir, and he was like, can I come now? Can I have my time now? I was like, what are you talking about? I shame. A sir could have tell me every single song every time I get up for go in the bathroom. Every single thing that happened, word for word, he could have told me every single thing that happened. Because whilst I was inside doing the do, he was outside listening to every single thing that was happening inside there. So he was still outside there the next morning when the individual left. He was still outside there. Let me tell you something. When I tell you I nearly catch a fit, right away I bathed my skin and I put on my clothes and I left trying to figure out what next to do because that was crazy. So I end up going by my friend and I end up sitting down and I end up saying like exactly what is going on, and she's telling me like, girl, you need to go to the station and what's not. I was like, you know what, I'm going to the station. I decided to call this. I was like, listen, I don't know what you're trying to do or whatever, but it's getting really scary. What really is your intentions? And he was like, oh, how I said I don't want no man, and he's like start abusing me like me he in a relationship and I cheated on he or something. I said me want no man and he going on and calling me out me name. How I is a WHORE and I is a BITCH. And I was like, listen, this is the end of my conversation. So I cut my phone off and I blocked sir, and that was that. 2 days after, or probably 3 days after, I think everything finished and I think everything done. So I take me washing machine, put it outside, fold it up, wash my clothes, and then washing clothes, put my clothes in whatever the case might be for wash, and I end up get a call for go some way. I think it was for go out with my friends or something, and I end up left the washing machine with the clothes and everything, and I gone out. Or I think it's work I had to go. One out to the two. But no, I think I go to work, and then after work I end up going to hang out with friends, and because when I come home it was like about midnight. When I leave, the washing machine was there. Like coming in back, I walk past, me notice the machine, and there nothing I got inside. When I come back out now, next morning I go for no washing machine, clothes, every single thing gone with the washing machine. Lord God. Now calling everybody, calling me mother, calling me father, them calling for letting know like somebody thief. I never even think to thought that it was this individual. I asked around, nobody knows. And where Martha used to live had a taxi service right in front. I asked them, but nobody know. I think about like a month or so after, I had to buy back the washing machine or whatever. I ended up catching one of them taxi buys out there, and I was like, I said I don't want y'all tell me nothing because y'all is out there so from gang to gang, and then y'all can't tell me who gang with the washing machine. That's when this guy can tell me that is the same individual who put the washing machine in the car. Same night when I come home, like 12 something, put the washing machine in the car and drive off. So I call he back for say like why, what was the reason that you take the washing machine and all that. Sorry to turn and tell me that I tried to play he, and he got back at me by taking the washing machine, by taking the washing machine. So in my mind I'm saying that because he spent, money on me, buy gifts and whatever the case might be, he took the washing machine as like a way to get back his money. But all of this to say, ladies, is to be careful. If you know you don't have any intentions, but I mean, for me, I know I had no intentions and I let him know I had no intentions. But if you have no intentions, don't go taking things from people. Don't go accepting things from people, because you might end up like me with a stalker and one less washing machine that you also had to buy back. Alright? Bye bye. That's the end of the story. Y'all don't have to bother me down in the comments no more. Right? Bye.